What's going on YouTube? Welcome to Currency Counts, where I cover all things money. So in today's video, I wanted to show you a way that you can pay a few bills without any money. And no, this isn't clickbait. It's a real way that you can pay a few bills with no money at all. So let's get right into it. So before we start, I just want to say this isn't a long-term solution. This is just a way that you can pay a few bills if you're in a pinch until your next paycheck. So the first thing you do is go to your phone and get on Cash App. If you don't have Cash App, you can also use Chime. You can also use Dave. If you don't have any of these, I have the links for every app that this hack is going to work with. So we're here at the Cash App homepage. And if you don't see this on the homepage, you're going to go to the bottom left corner, tap on that. You're going to see this little borrow icon. We're going to click on that. Now, if you have no money to borrow, if it's not letting you borrow any money, again, you can try Dave, you can try Chime, you can try Bridget. All you need to do when you sign up for one of these accounts is link your bank account, and that's going to determine the amount that's available to borrow. So look, you might be thinking, yeah, I know I can take out a loan anywhere to pay a bill. When you use an app like Dave, when you use an app like Bridget, when you use an app like Cash App, the borrow feature does not check your credit. So you're not really hurting your credit when you borrow money from one of these apps. And when you use one of these apps that I'm talking about here, you get funded instantly. You don't have to wait for your money. You don't have to wait 3-4 days to get funded. You get funded instantly. So look, I got advanced $200. So let's go to the next step. So now I'm going to pay my first bill. Okay, so remember, I got approved for $200. So I already did this process. So I'm just going back and showing you what I did. So my balance was $3,970.39. So with that balance, I was able to pay my Capital One card that had a minimum payment due of $160. So what that did was give me a credit on my Capital One card of $160. So I was able to make my payment here for Capital One, didn't get a late payment, didn't get an overdraft. So if I didn't do this hack, I might have missed this payment. I might have got a late fee. I might have got a derogatory remark on my credit report. That's one of the main things you want to avoid doing this. Anytime you think you might be late on a credit card payment or any bill for that matter, this is a great hack to have in your back pocket, because if you're trying to build credit, if you're trying to do anything with your credit, the last thing you want is a late payment. And if you already have late payments and collections on your credit report but want to get those removed, check out my credit repair course. I will have that linked in the description so you can check that out. But let's get back to this. So paying this bill gave me that credit of $160. So depending on your credit issuing bank, payment post time is going to vary. Other banks might take a few days, but with Capital One, as soon as that payment's made, we're able to use those funds. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So with that same $160 that I was able to make this payment with, I'm going to make my second payment. So now I go to my phone bill. So with the credit card we just paid, that I had that $160 credit on, I'm going to use it to pay my phone bill. All right, so let's go back here. So now we're paying the third bill. So remember, I was approved for $200. First payment was for $160. With that same $160 credit, I took it and I paid $120 towards my phone bill. I still have $40 left over from Cash App. So I'm going to use that to pay my second credit card, which I just made that payment here of $25. So now I have $15 left over in my Cash App from this balance. Here's another hack that's going to help you earn $100 to pay even more bills. When you sign up for Chime through the link in my description, you'll earn $100 by following a few simple steps that you probably do with your current bank anyway. Does your bank pay you $100? I didn't think so. So if you don't have any credit card balances, you don't have any credit card debt, you can skip the credit card step and apply your cash advance straight to any bills that you might have that you can pay with a credit card. But one of the reasons I really like this hack is because you can take one amount of money and make multiple payments with it. If you only have $200 and you have a credit card payment for $200, you have a light bill that's also $200, you can only make one payment, right? So obviously you're gonna pick your light versus your credit card payment. And this is where a lot of people get caught up and start getting bad credit because they have to make that choice. Here, you can pay both. Now, this is not for paying down debt. This is not for anything like that, all right? This is for keeping your head afloat if you need to make those payments and keep you from getting late payments, right? Because if you start getting late on your credit card, that's gonna do two things. That's gonna give you negative marks on your credit report, which is gonna bring your credit score down, plus you're going to have late fees. And credit card late fees right now are anywhere from $29 to as much as like $40 for a late fee. And that's going to start getting you in a bad cycle of even more debt that we want to avoid. So if you didn't get approved to borrow anything from Cash App, from Dave, from Chime, from Bridget, you can use your own money for this hack. But one of the things you definitely don't want to do, especially if you're trying to keep your head above water with your bills, is take your liquid cash and use that to pay bills. What I mean is your paycheck you get from your job, Don't take your paycheck, let's call it an even number, $1,000 a month. All right, don't take that $1,000 and pay your utilities with it, because then you have nothing left over to pay all your other bills. You don't have anything left over to pay your credit cards, to pay any loan you might have, to pay anything else, right? So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is to pay your credit cards, all right? Even if it's just the minimum balance, pay your credit cards so you stay up with your credit. If you ever need to take out more credit, it's gonna be easier because you don't have any late payments. Pay your credit cards first, and then with your credit cards, you're gonna pay your utilities. Now, this is just to keep you afloat. You are gonna have to find a way down the road to make up that extra money so you're not in this bad spiral, but this is just to keep you current on your bills. This is not to save money, to bring down your credit card balances, nothing like that. So miss me with those comments. Even spending money, I almost left that part out. You don't want to use liquid cash for spending money. You want to put every transaction on a credit card. And the reason you want to do this is because you're getting charged amortized interest on a daily basis with your credit card. So if you have a balance of $1,000 daily, you're getting compounded interest on that, meaning you're going to owe a lot more money. If you put all your extra money onto that credit card and then you spend from that credit card, you're going to owe less in interest daily. You might end up spending all the money that you put into that card, but that's fine because daily you're going to owe less interest. Not only that, you're not missing your monthly payments. You're going to owe less in interest. Your monthly minimum due is going to be a lot less. So I hope this video was helpful. I want to thank you for watching. Links in description. Check you on the next one.